It's been a while since I made one of these, so let me show you my go-to method for smoking the perfect brisket at home. This was an American Wagyu brisket from SRF. Start by taking it out of the packaging, and the first thing you want to do is just pat it dry. It makes it easier to trim and move around. And when it comes to the trim, the one thing you want to keep in mind is the goal is to get this brisket nice and even so it cooks evenly. So if there's any pieces that are sticking off, flabby, just trim those off. Take your time, do it slow. Remove the hard piece of fat on the bottom. That's going to help the brisket lay nice and flat. And next, remove any silver skin and some of these smaller pieces right on that meat side. The idea here is to expose as much of the meat as possible because that's going to help create that beautiful bark. As you can see, my brisket tapered down quite a bit at the edges, so I'm just going to trim all those off because if I leave it as is, they're just going to overcook. And when it comes to trimming the fat side on top, just remove a little bit at a time. You want to leave about a 1/4 inch of fat on top, and if you find that it's difficult to remove, if that fat is too flabby, just put your brisket in the freezer for 30 minutes to firm it up, and it will make the process much easier. And this right here is kind of what you're going for. Even on all sides, lays nice and flat. I'm gonna hit it with a little yellow mustard for the binder. That's gonna help the seasoning stick. And for the rub, I'm starting with my all-purpose seasoning. Now this is a lot of meat, so go pretty heavy with it. And next I'm gonna finish it off with some coarse ground black pepper. That's gonna give it that nice peppery bite, plus will help create more of that beautiful and delicious bark. Be sure to get the sides and repeat on the meat side. To keep an eye on those internal temperatures and monitor the cook, I'm using the RFX wireless probe from ThermoWorks. These are super accurate, have a great range, and you can track all those temps directly on the ThermoWorks app on your phone. Insert the probe in the thickest part of the meat. Now I'm going to preheat my smoker. I'm using the Weber Searwood to 225 degrees. Brisket goes in fat side down. Next to it, I'm going to put all those fat trimmings to render down to make tallow. About 7 hours in, we hit 170 internal temperature, and check this thing out. That bark is looking beautiful. I'm going to put this in a large foil pan, add a little bit of that tallow to rehydrate the bark, and some beef stock. I started using this method after seeing it on Kendrick Barbecue's page, and it's been a game changer. Perfect briskets on the pellet cooker every single time. Continue cooking it in the wrap until it gets probe tender. I usually start checking once it hits 200 degrees internal, pull it off, let it rest for a good hour, remove the probe, and our brisket is looking and smelling amazing. Gonna slice it right down the middle to get that money shot, and check this thing out. Beautiful smoke ring, nice and juicy, feels very tender. I'm gonna cut off a couple of slices, and you want to keep it about pencil width to the thickness, so it's not too thin, not too thick, and it's holding up to its own weight. Passes the bend test right on the knife, and it is as tender as can be with a beautiful bark and smoke ring, and it turned out absolutely delicious. Be sure to save this video so you know what to do next time you're smoking a brisket.
That approved. That is delicious.